recently read the book Leadership Strategy and Tactics SEAL Manual by Jocko Willink. Jocko is a retired U.S. Navy SEAL officer, best-selling author, and leadership consultant. With more than 2 decades of combat and leadership experience, he's led elite teams in the most intense, high-pressure environments imaginable. This book is his playbook for leadership. It's direct, practical, and rooted in the brutal simplicity of war. But it's not just for soldiers. It's for anyone who leads, whether you're an entrepreneur, manager, coach, or someone trying to lead themselves better. The core question Jocko sets out to answer is this: what makes a great leader, and how can you become one? The roots of leadership. Learn by doing. In the SEAL teams, leadership wasn't taught in classrooms. There were no lectures, no handbooks. New SEALs learned leadership by doing. It was all on-the-job training. You listened, and when the time came, you led. Jocko shares how his early rebelliousness, his sense of detachment from the norms of society, gave him a unique vantage point. He became an observer, and the distance helped him understand human dynamics more clearly. That same skill. Detachment is something he urges all leaders to develop. If you're always in the thick of it, you can't see the bigger picture. But when you step back and observe, you start to really understand people, systems, and where things go wrong. As an entrepreneur or team leader, the takeaway is powerful. Step back, observe. Don't just follow the norm. Question it. There's clarity in detachment. Decentralized Command. Empower your people. One of the most transformative ideas in the book is decentralized command. Don't micromanage. Give your team a clear objective, what the military calls the commander's intent, and then trust them to figure out how to get there. Jocko explains how, as a young SEAL, his leaders would hand him the mission objective and say, "Figure out how you want to do it." That trust gave him a sense of ownership. And when he and his team went out to execute the mission, they were all in, because it was their plan. They were committed to making it succeed. As a leader, your job is to give direction and then step back. Let your team build the plan, and they'll take responsibility for the outcome. Not only does this create stronger buy-in, but it also gives you, the leader, the chance to stay detached and see potential problems before they happen. Extreme ownership, no excuses. Period. This is the concept Jocko is most known for, and for good reason. Extreme ownership means taking full responsibility for everything that happens under your leadership. No blaming. No excuses. If the mission fails, it's on you. Even when it's a subordinate's mistake, your first question should be, did I train them properly? Did I give them clear instructions? Was I leading well enough? In business, this mindset is a game changer. If something goes wrong, look in the mirror first. Take ownership, fix the problem, and move forward. When leaders take full responsibility, it creates a culture of accountability throughout the entire organization. Trust, built one step at a time. Trust isn't something you demand. It's something you build, slowly, over time, through actions. Jocko would never throw a new subordinate into a high-stakes operation right away. Instead, he'd give them a small task, observe, and gradually increase responsibility as trust grew. And when people made mistakes, he didn't crush them. He used those moments to teach, mentor, and strengthen the team. Another key point, trust grows when you listen. Genuinely listen. Let your team influence you. When they feel heard, they'll follow your lead. Also, support your team's ideas. Even if your plan is slightly better, going with theirs builds ownership and motivation. And that often leads to better execution. Ego check. Confidence without arrogance. Ego is one of the biggest enemies of leadership. To lead well, you must be confident, but also humble. If your ego is too big to let others lead, to let others shine, then you're not leading. You're just protecting your image. Jocko says real strength is shown in humility, in restraint, in listening. Yelling, rarely useful. Talking less, on the other hand, makes your words more powerful when you do speak. Great leaders know when to stay quiet, when to listen, and when to act. Communication. Clarity beats control. A leader's job isn't to spell out every step. It's to ensure everyone understands the goal. When Jocko gave orders, he didn't get into every detail. He told his team the mission objective and let them figure out the how. He also shares advice on dealing with your boss. You won't always agree with their decisions, but unless the plan is catastrophic, execute it. Doing so builds leadership capital, trust and credibility you can use when it matters most. And remember, the less you talk, the more people listen. Clarity and precision matter more than volume. Pride and discipline. The foundations of team strength. Pride isn't arrogance. It's the pride that comes from shared hardship, discipline, and rising to challenges together. Jocko says, if you want to build pride, you have to bring pain. That means setting high standards, demanding discipline, and holding yourself accountable first. Eventually, external discipline becomes internalized. People start to take ownership of their own performance. That's when real transformation happens. When your team becomes self-driven and self-disciplined. Managing tough situations, tact, trust, and timing. Leadership means dealing with tough personalities and difficult dynamics. Jocko gives clear strategies for micromanagers. Over-communicate, build trust, and prove yourself with consistent performance. For weak bosses, support them tactfully, don't undermine. For negative team members, give them real responsibility and see how they respond. When emotions are high, don't suppress them. Reflect a little of that emotion to build connection, then de-escalate. And yelling. It should be rare and intentional. Save it for when the message really matters. Adaptability. Stay flexible. Stay humble. Don't fall in love with your own ideas. Stay flexible. Be willing to adapt when new information emerges or someone else offers a better approach. Even enthusiasm can backfire if it alienates more experienced team members. So lead with passion, but temper it with humility and emotional intelligence. Great leaders adapt. They stay open, and they always prioritize the mission over personal pride. Conclusion. Leadership is a lifelong mission. Leadership isn't about rank, authority, or titles. It's about responsibility. It's about humility, and it's about putting your team first. Led by example, empower your people, own everything, and never stop improving. If you apply even a few of the strategies from Jocko's manual, extreme ownership, decentralized command, building trust, managing ego, you'll become the kind of leader others trust, respect, and want to follow. These were the core messages that I gathered from Jocko's book. He has much more material to help you understand the mindset, tactics, and discipline behind true leadership. I highly recommend it. If you would like a free PDF ebook summary of the insights that I gathered from Jocko's book, just click the link below, and I'd be happy to email it to you. If you already subscribe to the free Weekend Book Club newsletter, this PDF is already in your inbox. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a productive weekend.